Hi everyone, Jody here. Welcome back to my channel. It's time for a haul video. I've got quite a bit of stuff to go through, so hope everybody's having a good or had a good weekend. It is um, almost midnight, so it's practically Monday morning. Just kind of unwinding from the weekend before I hit the sack, so I figured it'd be a good time to go through this stuff that I've hauled. And that way I can get it put away because it's kind of taking up um, real estate on the floor next to my desk. So, without further ado, let's just dive right in. I figured I would start with new items, um, and I only have a few new items, but this I thought was absolutely adorable. It's a little metal tin with these sweet little girls on it, and it's got a little handle. And I got this from Amazon because I was looking to let me get the lid off. I think they call these quilting clips, but they work really good for, if you have to clamp, paper together, or, and whatnot like that. And I have a little bit of a hard time with the bulldog clips, especially for some reason, the little springy ones the little bulldog clips are so hard to pinch for me, and these seem to be pretty sweet. And there's, I don't know, a few hundred in here. I will try to link uh, this exact thing from Amazon. I know they were either $4.99 or $5.99, but you get the cute little tin to boot. So I thought that was pretty sweet, and yeah. So let me put that to the side, and then let's see. Ollie's yielded these pretty peacock feather stamps, and I love the sentiment that's on it. It says "Be your own kind of beautiful," and these really pretty peacock feathers, and those were $1. And let me move that so there's no glare. Okay, and then this is also Bo Bunny stamps. This was from Ollie's, and these have it's called the "You're Invited" stamp, and it's got all the like thank you, place, time, RSVP, but it has these lines on it, which could come in handy as borders or a place to put a signature if you're doing, like ID type cards or anything of the like. I like the time, date, place, and then of course, the "You Are Invited" RSVP. So for $1, that was a pretty good deal. And then Dollar Tree, I got these cute stamps, which there again is a cute peacock feather, but we got a high heel, the Eiffel Tower, a dress. It looks like a hat box with some. It looks like maybe a shoe box. It's got a pair of shoes on it, and then here's like a dress and a flower and some other little decorations and another Eiffel Tower. This one says beauty. There's a hat. There's a brassiere, and a really pretty circle, roses, and another little, looks like a nightie. And yeah, they kind of look like, well, they do, not kind of, they look like postage stamps. So yeah, those Dollar Tree, $1.25. And then this was also $1.25, and this is just your alphabet and your numbers, basic. Yep, basic, almost kind of typewriter looking, but they're about. Let's see, let me measure this real quick. Each stamp is about an inch, the actual square that the stamp is on. So I got that. And this one also has some cool stuff on it. There's a cool frame. Um, pocket watch, pipe, a bottle, a postage, a little book, a little car, a violin, another clock, a typewriter. That says, I think that says registered. And I think that might be, to me it looks like a hot air balloon. But yeah, and like a little flourish. That would come in handy. Not sure what that one says. But we'll get these out and play with them sometime soon. I've been itching to do something kind of vintagey. Alright, so that's it for the new stuff. So now we can let's start with the thrifted items. So, before that, Cowboy and I went to dinner over the weekend, and this was on the table sticking up out of one of the things that just, has the desserts on it. And the restaurant we went to is like aviation themed, and just love the picture, and that it said postcard, and then it's got the list of desserts. We actually got and you get a dessert free with your meal. So we got I'm the chocolate stand in the house. So we got I got the peanut butter fudge cobbler, which was good. And he got the peach cobbler, which was out of this world good. It was so good. So if we go back again, I want to try the key lime pie because that's one of my favorites. And when it's done right, it is just fantastic. Very tart, but very rich, but very tart. But I thought that would be kind of cool because that's a memento of our nice dinner out, kind of overlooking the runway at the local airport. So be able to put that into something. Okay, on to the thrifty goods. So pick these up. These are coasters, and yeah, these are coasters. The VFW, but yeah, like that. Very patriotic. A lot of family, and my dad was also in the military, so very patriotic. These two are the same, and there's 2 in each pack, I believe. Haven't even opened them yet. It feels like about one. Yeah, so 2 in each pack. So pick those up. Picked up some craft colored coffee filters. No bleach added. Yeah, and we drink coffee, but we don't use a coffee pot that uses these. So these will be fun to play with. Yeah, I like the color. I love craft color, the paper bag color and whatnot. So there's those. And then, I got some trims. Some really like shabby chic looking trims. That's a real pretty, like kind of braided with the pearls on it. And this one has these sweet little flowers on it, which would be really cute for a nature journal, which I've been inspired to definitely want to make one. A couple of the ladies that I follow are making them, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. But I thought that was very sweet, very dainty, very pretty. I think I picked these up for 25 cents a piece. And this one, definitely shabby chic with the pink and the pearls. And these seem to be very full spools. And then this is the same as the first one, but this is a cream color as opposed to the stark white on the first. I don't know if you can tell. My lighting's not that great, but it's a little bit different, but it's very pretty. Like that a lot. This kind of gives me a little more vintage vibe. So there's those. And, oh, also, I had to drop Cowboys boots off to get resold uh, at the shoe repair. And when I went to drop them off, the lady handed me, my part of the ticket to bring back, a week later when I picked them up. And I fell in love with her cards, and they're, a bright, pretty bright green. And the other side has like the people's information on it, so I'm not going to show that, but this will be covered. But the other side, y'all, look, I could do a lot with these. And I asked her if I could have, discarded ones, and she's like, sure, and she gave me like a whole handful of them. She's like, what are you going to do with them? And I told her, she's like, oh, that's interesting. And there's also some yellow ones. Yep. Yep, and then here's the bottom that comes off. So the customer gets the bottom one, and then there's, yeah, that just has the like glue soles, heels, paid, and whatnot. So that doesn't bother me. But I'm not gonna show the other side. So yeah, I got a nice little basket full of those, and love stuff like that. Get that out of the way. Coffee filters, did that. Okay, so now we move on to. Do we want to go modern? Yeah, let's go modern first. Like modern pop culture. So I got this at the thrift store. Really cool Coca-Cola tin. And can you guess what's inside? Can you? Can you? Can I get the lid off? Of course not. Really? I just had it off a few minutes ago. Oh, it's a puzzle, y'all. It's a Coca-Cola puzzle. So, I definitely like the tin, but I also like putting together puzzles. So does my grandson, my oldest grandson. So, Brody, I know you're going to watch this video. If you want, when I come to visit, I'll bring this down, and you can, we can put it together. Sound good? But Mimi's keeping the tin though, because I need that. I need the tin. But we can put together the puzzle and glue it together, and yeah, he's really good at doing puzzles, y'all. He's 12. He does like, what was it? Oh, how many thousand pieces? Birdie, when you watch this, what's the biggest puzzle you put together? And write how many pieces is it in the comments section, okay? Alright, so there's that. That's very cool. I just hope all the pieces are there. Alright, and then, well, okay. Back to puzzles again. A huge Snoopy fan. I have the Snoopy doghouse right up there on top of one of my shelves. It's also a bank, and I got it at Cracker Barrel several years ago. But it's Snoopy laying on top of the doghouse, and Woodstock is perched on his belly. But there's this. It's 1,000 pieces, and the pieces are still in the bag, y'all. And it came with this cool poster, which I'm pretty sure is what the puzzle is going to look like. But I would love to make a journal cover with this. And I've been saving some of the little tags that come off of the different, Charlie Brown peanut things that I buy, throughout the year, which most of that happens at Christmas time. I've got quite a nice little collection of the animated and light up Christmas scenes, and the Snoopies that, one plays a guitar, one looks like he's driving a plane, and and stuff like that. I love Snoopy, always have. Watch the movies, or the specials, I should say, ever since I was a little kid. The Christmas, Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown, and the Great Pumpkin, and just love them all. So there's that. Now, this is the last of the modern day, I want to say, pop culture stuff. Now, I don't know if anybody else is doing this. I didn't know that this was a thing until I saw another YouTuber. Her name is Charlotte Peterson, and I will uh, link her videos and to her channel in the description box down below. And I just saw this a few days ago, and like practically sprinted to McDonald's. So I don't know if you guys know. Not don't eat at McDonald's a lot, but they have the McDonald's Land meal for grown-ups, and it's I think it's either like a quarter pounder with cheese or a 10-piece nugget, a fry, and then an incredibly colorful milkshake. And it's like blue on the bottom, and it's got like pink whipped cream on top, and it's incredibly sweet. But it tastes like wild berries. It's it's really really sweet. But this is the paper bag that you get your meal in, which the illustrations on it are super cute, very colorful, even though it's a brown bag. But you also get a collector tin, and this is the package that it comes in. Now, Charlotte cut her package and made this the front, this is the spine, and the back as a journal cover. And she's using the contents to to put in the journal, like with colorful paper and stuff. And I thought, oh, that is going to be so fun. So I got one. Actually, I had three. The first time I went, the girl in the drive-thru, I said, "Can I just buy the 10?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, sure, And she rang it up, and I thought it was going to be more. And she's like, "Oh, it was $2.14." I'm like, "They're only $2?" She said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, give me two." So I bought two of the 10s, and then after me paying for it and getting to the other window to pick it up through the drive-thru, the manager was like, "We're not supposed to be selling them like that. Next time you're gonna have to buy the meal." I said, "Hey, I'm sorry, because I thought you can buy just Happy Meal toys, for the kids." So I figured, you might be able to do that. He wasn't like upset or nothing. He's like, "But no, we can, you can have these, but we can't do it again." And it's like a mystery. You don't know which one you're gonna get until you break the little seal. So I got Ronald McDonald, and it is so cute, y'all. And the tin is wrapped in this tissue paper that says McDonald Land in yellow all over it. So that's absolutely can be used in the journal making process of this. And then, guys, look. It's like an ID card, and it's a sticker. So I'm definitely thinking gonna, stick this to file folder and, make it more substantial as far as like an ID card. And then you also he comes with this McDonald's guitar, and that's a sticker. And this one says, "I wish I was driving the Ronald Red shoe car." Another sticker. Another sticker of his big red boot, his big red shoe. And a sticker of his dog, which I didn't know Ronald McDonald had a dog, but apparently the dog's name is Sunday. AE, not Sunday, the day of the week, but Sunday like ice cream Sunday. So it looks like he's got the fudge on him. But how cute is that? And then here's another. This is a card. It's not a sticker. It says, "Thanks for traveling to McDonald Land." And then on the back it says, "Scan to discover more, and then there's codes. It says you can only use it one time. I haven't punched it in yet, y'all. But there's that. And then look, it's, Charlotte was right when she said she thinks that they created this for people that are in the junk journaling community. Because you get these postcards, look, take a trip through apple pie orchards. Wouldn't that be nice if we could just grow the McDonald's pies on trees? And then there's the back. Yeah, very cool. With the 2025 on it, very cool. And then this one, welcome to McDonald Land. Yep, pretty neat. And all this, fits in the little tin, which is going to be turned into a journal. So, my question is, for my journaling buddies that live across the pond, like Liz in Scotland, do you guys have a McDonald's? And if you do, are these available there? And if they're not, please let me know, because guess what? I have an extra Ronald McDonald set that I will happily send to you in Happy Meal, which I've got quite a package already that I've been gathering stuff to send you. So let me know if you're wanting one of these, and I will stick it in there and get that in the mail very, very soon. I promise. So there's that, and I have the box for these also. The one that I just the second one. I have the box for all three of them actually. So okay, that's the Ronald ones, and then the other one is, I think, the same one that Charlotte ended up getting, Mayor McCheese. And his stuff is a little bit different. So you got the passport. You got these fun, cute, look how cute these stickers are, y'all. Look how sweet. The French fries, she's got a little bow in her hair. Yeah, those are so cute. And then McCheese is my mayor. And then McDonald Land is so back. And here's the mayor himself. He's saying hi. And then here's another one of those. And this one's postcards are, well, you get the McDonald Land postcard, and then you get the Mayor McCheese said hi from McDonald Land. There's the town hall. Yeah, pretty cool. So, not sure how long they're going to have them. I mean, I've seen the advertisement for the meal on the billboard. I'm not billboard. The sign when you go through the drive-through, and but I never knew what the cool thing was about them until I saw Charlotte's video. So Charlotte, thank you very much. And I've watched the 2 videos that you've already done. She's done one of going through it like I just did, and then she did another one of putting in the signature. So I'm hoping to see the final product, because I've hit the bell. I'm not going to shove that in there right yet. So yeah, so there's that. And that brings us to older stuff. So, oh wait. Not too old though. We're back to thrift store things again. So, actually this was a yard sale. These were flashcards, were $1. And these were just, flashcards. So, those are fun to use as bases and alter. Usually the flashcards that I have are that I already have are kind of oblong and curved on one side. So that's just another fun one. And then this is the United States flashcards. So there's a card for each state, and with info like trivia and stuff on both sides. And there's Fish, Florida. I live there. Yeah, there we go. Right about a little bit, about where the P is on Palm Beach. That's where I live. So there's all that goodness there. And my dad was a history buff, and American history especially. So this is just, I don't know, fun stuff to play with. And then this one is the states and capitals. So there's just a few of those. Yeah, these kind of have a curve to them. Here's Connecticut. So you get all the states, where it's at, and then the backside gives you the capital, the state bird, the state flower, interesting facts, and stuff like that. So these would be fun to tuck in a journal pocket, especially if you knew the state where the person you're making the journal for, states that are where they're from or important to them. Like I said, these are all $1 a piece, and then this one, and these are the ones that I'm more familiar with, the big with the little curve on. These are fun to put napkins on and decorate them up. So yeah, so that was a yard sale item. And then I have got some fabric. This was a thrift store. So there's this pretty yellow with these dainty little flowers on it. Pretty nice size. You definitely get a couple of covers out of that. Very pretty. This, I was excited to see. We call it pillow ticking. But this is a really pretty, like a soft blue, almost a gray. And I think it's just sitting a while. It looks a little dingy on the edges, but this is a pretty decent sized piece. And I was thinking about, once I'm gonna wash it and then iron it and see how much, space I have to do with, and I might cut some down and coffee dye it and see how grungy it looks coffee dyed, but it feels kind of satiny on it. It feels like really nice actually. So there's that, and I got these we call them church cookbooks or social club cookbooks, and they're just, love the font and stuff. And sometimes you come across and find a recipe that maybe your aunt would make or your grandma would make at the holidays and whatnot. Look at that coconut delight. That sounds good. I love coconut. No baked cheesecake. Orange candy pecans. That sounds neat. Indoor s'mores. Minted nuts. Who doesn't want minted nuts? And then there's like charts and stuff in the back. So these are fun to use. Cut them out, add them to like a recipe journal. That would be fun. Or just use the text as a background for something. So there's that. And then I got some bookmarks. There's a fun cat, which could make it's already a tag. Could cover the back with coffee dyed paper or cardstock of your color choice, and tag for a pocket. And then so we got the cat. I love her. She's very artsy. I like that a lot. That's really cool. These are neat because they have a magnifying plastic in the bottom. You see that? Yeah. That's a good idea. It was clever. Whoever came up with that idea, that was clever. And let's see something sticky over here. This one, a single rose can be my garden, a single friend my world. And this one is a really pretty painting. Yeah. So yeah, I've got some bookmarks. That's scrap paper to play with. Okay, now let's go with the old. Okay. So this one